And with that breaking news from overnight in Terrell County, an arrest has been made in a deadly hit and run in Dawson.
We've learned a suspect
Terrorists barreling through one of the city's biggest tourist spots in a rented van, leaving a bloody trail of victims. This morning, police still searching for the driver of that van, but several people believed to be involved in this are dead. ABC's Emily Rao reports this morning from Washington. Well, happening today, love this day. Gator hunting season opens in Georgia. Those hunters lucky enough to draw tags can take to the waters tonight at sunset to search for that record reptile. Hunters may use handheld ropes or snares, snatch hooks, harpoons, gigs, or arrows with a restraining line attached. The record gator
at 12.
Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Kate Fowler. Well, we are a little more than 2 hours away from the biggest celestial event of a lifetime. A total solar eclipse, and excitement is sweeping the country. One of the biggest viewing places in South Georgia is the Thronoteka Heritage Center. That's where WALB News 10's Amanda Hoskins is live right now with
10.
And we're going to take you across the country today to show you some of the big eclipse events that are going on elsewhere. Well, also happening today, demonstrations are set to continue in Thomasville following a deadly deputy-involved shooting. WALB News 10's Ashlyn Beckton live in Thomasville, where groups from Atlanta are expected to arrive shortly. Ashlyn.
News 10.
Well, an Albany man remains in jail while friends and family of two women found dead at an Albany home Friday night are shocked over their murders. Police in Troup County arrested 51-year-old Aurelius Haynes Jr. Saturday morning. He made his first appearance in court Sunday in Doherty County. He is charged with the murders of Francis Nelson and Mamie Childs. Their bodies were found in a home on West Highland Avenue. Well, a man suspected in a string of armed robberies in South Georgia was arrested in Albany. APD's gang unit picked up 29-year-old Gerald Bernard Williams Jr. Friday at his brother's home in Albany. He was wanted by the Camilla Police Department on several warrants, including manufacturing marijuana and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Police say he's also wanted for questioning for armed robberies in Bainbridge, Newton, Perry, and Grady County. Well, police have arrested another person in connection to an Albany triple homicide. 37-year-old Kimberly Yvette Frazier, the mother of Ty Corey Frazier, is charged with tampering with evidence. Detectives say her son instructed her to destroy evidence that was relevant to the case. Corey Frazier was charged last week with 3 counts of murder. He's accused of killing 3 people at a home on East Albertson Drive in late June. Well, an arrest has been made in the murder of an Albany State grad student. APD detectives charged 25-year-old Tevin Hill in the shooting death of 28-year-old Ashley Boggs. Now, police say Hill was picked up from his home in Albany around 3:30 Friday afternoon. Hill has been charged with murder and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. Boggs was found dead in a car outside of the Shoreham apartment complex earlier this month. Well, a search and rescue mission is underway for 10 missing U.S. sailors after the USS John S. McCain collided with an oil tanker near Singapore in the South China Sea. An investigation is underway, but this marks the second time a U.S. naval destroyer crashed with another vessel in the Pacific in the past 2 months. ABC's Arlette Saints has more from Washington. Phenomenons going on here. Fall-like weather, and then, of course, the eclipse. So the clock is ticking right now, tick-tock, until the solar eclipse. And many of you have questions about what you can expect right here in Southwest Georgia when it happens. WALB News 10's Amanda Hoskins live at Thronoteka Science Museum with a little Q&A session with someone who knows a little bit more about what's going to happen in the sky than we do coming up here pretty soon. Speaking of the path of totality in Oregon, Silverton, Oregon, is where we're taking you live right now. The eclipse already underway, just sort of giving you a little bit of a preview what you'll be able to see here in South Georgia, even though we're not in the path of totality. Beautiful shot right there of the moon crossing over the sun. Well, some motorists in Oregon traveling to see the eclipse have decided to hunker down. Hundreds of vehicles could be seen from the air at a rest stop in Salem. It's not clear whether the majority of them plan to stop there or decided they had spent enough time on the road. State police reminded motorists that it is illegal to park on the shoulder of the interstate. The U.S. You'll have to wait 7 years for it, 2024. All right, and if you want to watch the eclipse live as it passes over the U.S., you can do so right after the show on your WALB News 10 app. We will have that stream going until the eclipse ends. We also have several eclipse stories that you can check out. Again, that is on our WALB News 10 app. All right, so eclipse coming up pretty soon, but we also have some more news for you. Coming up at 4, we've got eclipse coming.
News now.
And we begin with breaking news this Thursday morning in Cordele. 2 people found shot to death in a home. Their killer or killers still on the run.
Well, this morning, a major weather threat is barreling towards the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, South Texas, as you see, bracing for Tropical Storm Harvey, and it could develop into a weak hurricane by the time it makes landfall. ABC's Janae